mi gente. I heard I'm extra when I say that. So let me give it to you one more time. Hola mi gente. What's up? Welcome to On the Block with Jen. I am so happy that you guys are here. You can't even imagine. I have with me today a male perspective from comedian Carlos Anthony out in Las Vegas.
I am a male, and that is my name. So we are right out the gate. We have accurate information. I am ready to go. First of all, before we get started, I said this is what we do. We just got the hair flowing in the way. I'm still gonna be getting my shit to blow like this. This is luxurious.
Listen, it's been a minute since Shorty hit the salon. All right, it's been a minute.
The pandemic got you. The pandemic had you on beautician hold.
Yeah, the pandemic has slowed down the beauty regimen, but we're back in. You know what I'm saying? We're back in masks and all. You know what I'm saying?
It's been rough out in these streets.
Have you been? I see you're keeping up.
Yeah, you have to. You know, you got to maintain all this. When this is like this, you just got to keep everything in place.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to On the Block with Jen. My viewers, welcome. I am so happy you're here, even if you hate me. What's up, bitches? Okay, so let's get right into this, because On the Block with Jen, we get right into it. Fuck the small talk, right? Okay, guys, so today is going to be an educational episode, okay? So rock with me. You're probably going to learn something today that you've never known, right? And I like sharing information as I get it. So some of you guys have been following me for a long time. Some of you guys are brand new. Some of you guys are just stalking because of my debate with Tariq Nasheed. And if you notice the thumbnail, his picture's there with an angry black man looking into a cell phone and some flying monkeys, right? So I called a comedian, Carlos Anthony, today to join me so he can give the male perspective of what this new phenomenon is on social media, where men have become bickering women in abundance, right? Which is something that we never saw before. Like men had the reputation for being the strong silent type, not getting into gossip or female arguments. But now with social media, we have seen men do a complete 180, and there's been a huge change and a lot of female behavior and a lot of feminine energy coming from men, which is very shocking to me, you know what I mean? Because growing up, I was used to men being a certain way. And that's not to say that, you know, men shouldn't show their feelings. I think it's important for men to show their feelings when necessary. You don't have to be, you know what I mean? You don't have to be a complete brute. But I just think that what's happening on social media is very, very strange. It's very, very interesting how men have completely turned into women online, right? And we're going to get into why. So I'm going to get into the subject of today, which is famous fuckboys and their flying monkeys, right? And I got into it. I got into a debate with a famous fuckboy, Tariq Nasheed. You guys probably already know that. You guys that are tuning in. So, but I don't want to talk about Tariq Nasheed today because I already addressed him another time. I want to get into the aftermath of what happened. Because Tariq Nasheed got into it one time, and then he went on with his faux outrage, faux activism, his caricature of activism. He went on with that, and I went on with my life. But the aftermath has been very, very interesting. I've been dealing with a lot of flying monkeys. Now, let me clarify what flying monkeys are, because there was a black woman who heard me say flying monkeys, and she was like, oh my God, she's calling black people monkeys. She's calling black people monkeys, right? And no, I was calling very specifically Tariq Nasheed's following flying monkeys. There's a clinical term. For those of you who don't know, every time you watch On the Block with Jen, you go learn something new. For those of you who don't know, the term flying monkeys is used in psychology for people that do a narcissist dirty work. Okay? So the term flying monkeys is used by psychiatrists to describe the people that are kind of like appointed to narcissists to do their dirty work while the narcissist sits back, right? So just so we're clear, because I love me some definitions, right? This is the technical term. If you Google flying monkeys and narcissists, you'll get this explanation. It has nothing to do with Black people. Donald Trump also has flying monkeys, right? So it's not a race thing, right? Okay, here we go.
Yes, he has more than flying monkeys, but carry on.
He has a lot, right? Okay, so flying monkeys in terms of a narcissist means, flying monkeys is a term used in popular psychology, mainly in the context of narcissistic abuse, to describe people who act on behalf of a narcissist towards a third party, usually for an abusive purpose. The phrase has also been used to refer to people who act on behalf of a psychopath for a similar purpose. So going back to the definition of flying monkeys, is basically a bunch of minions, right, that have a hard-on for one particular narcissist, and they say, I'm going to go out and do their dirty work while the narcissist moves on, you know, to the next melee that they're causing elsewhere. So in the aftermath of my debate with Tariq Nasheed, I had an abundance of flying monkeys flying into my Instagram account, flying into my YouTube account, flying into my Facebook account. And anyone that knows me knows I don't keep my pages on private. They are fully public. So you can come and you'll hit me with the caps lock and the insults and all of that. I'm still going to leave it open because you're not phasing me. So, and plus you're you know, bringing traffic to my page, which is good business for me. And you're spinning my videos, which is also good business for me. So I don't have a problem with flying monkeys, but I did want to discuss today that there is a term for these minions, right, that fly around. So as we move forward in this conversation, I said I was going to have comedian Carlos on today to give me his perspective on, has he noticed a change in men specifically on social media and how the behavior has changed over the span of like 10 years, I would say. Facebook has been popping, Instagram has been popping for the past 10 years. Have you seen a change, a significant change, or kind of sort of? Have you seen any kind of change in social media, specifically when we're talking about men?
Of course, the dynamics for men has changed. The game has changed, and we talk about this online, and we've talked before, and we've talked about this offline before. And it's an unfortunate situation when you sit back and if you're really open and honest with yourself as to where you see the condition of men, both on social media and off. It's disturbing to say the least. And I know a lot of men don't want to hear that. They want to stay in their fuckboy positions, which is cool. You can stay in your fuckboy position, but understand what position that you're in. I think it's a lot of bickering, a lot of unnecessary gossiping going on, and it's a lot of arguing with women, which is unheard of in grown man society. I was brought up in an era where you stay in your place. The kid stays in their place, the male stays in his place, the woman stays in her place, and there's nothing wrong with that. But somehow we ventured into where men are now becoming more women, and the women are becoming more of the men, which is it's baffling to say the least. But it's the culture of today has allowed men to do that. And again, I know dudes about to pop on it. Oh, they fuck me. He fuck me. He trying to get pussy and all that. I really don't care. I've had enough pussy in my life. I don't have to go chase down no pussy to side with women to get pussy. So let's make that perfectly clear. I'm just telling it like it is. There are grown men, and then there are fuck boys. And then there are fuck boys who want to pretend to be grown men. But the reality of that is if you are online, if you're spending your days and your nights arguing with women and bickering and gossiping, then you are a certified, bona fide fuckboy, whether you want to hear that or not. That's just the reality of the situation. And you have to accept your position. And
so they get the blue check, they're certified, they get the blue check?
They're certified and bona fide fuckboys. And it's one of those situations where, again, I think because there are so many flying monkeys around and everybody, let me not say everybody, I know you got your not all and some sign. Not everybody and some dudes find more comfort in going with the masses. Is that I'm just going to agree with the masses because it's easier for me. I don't have to do much work in standing up for women or just being a man. So it's I'm just going to go with this crowd over here. But it puts you in a position where grown men, and I have to keep saying that, have to look at you sideways like, the fuck are you doing? Like, really, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know that much about Tariq Nasheed. I don't really care to know that much about the motherfucker. I really don't. Fuck him and everything he stands for, from what I've heard. But the ignorance in that is that he gets both. He gets both the flying monkey dudes and he gets the flying monkey women. Because you cannot side with him who has berated black women before and then come on and say, I'm all about the black woman. When I've heard him excuse me, and most recent, that ain't the corona for just for y'all know. I've heard him berate black women before, especially in most recent, because obviously I know you very well and I paid attention to the situation. But there have been women who have actually put up other videos of him berating black women. And then those same black women will say, I'm gonna side with him anyway, just because you are not quote unquote black. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's absolutely the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's the same Donald Trump mentality. It's I don't care how foul and fucked up this motherfucker is. I'ma side with him just because I'd rather not side with someone else who is actually probably okay, but I just don't wanna find out. I don't want to research and see if this person is telling the truth. It's just it's absolute blasphemy.
Well, thank you for that. Let me address some of the comments really quickly. Bro, New York City. This is live right now, and it'll be available for replay tomorrow, but it is live. Bro, New York City, why do you need a black guy to back you up? Is he foundational black American? I don't need anybody to back me up, but because the subject today is men, I wanted a man on the panel, but I think you've seen me go alone and you've seen me go toe-to-toe with your daddy, Tariq Nasheed online. So I don't need anybody.
Let me ask you, what is this foundational black American? Is that what he said?
It's just a new, it's like, it's the new, it used to be ADOS, right? Descendants of slaves. Now they changed it to FBA. Like every year, this demographic of people has to somehow label themselves to feel, I don't know, some sort of significance in America. So trust me, I'm not even going to explain FBA because next year it'll be another acronym. So
okay, well, I'm gonna let you know I'm a black man who can think for himself. I don't need a title to be a black man in America. I'm fully comfortable. I ain't got to have a title to know I'm a black man in America, whether you agree with that or not. I don't really give a fuck. But that's what I am. So I'm a foundational black American, black American Foundation, the coalition of black folks. Whatever y'all want to do, I am a black American. That's it.
Right. I'm not here to back me up, but just here to give a male perspective.
That's it.
Carla, beautiful lady, how are you? Happy to see you too. Keith Jackson, thank you. No, honey, this is my hair. I'm sorry. This is all mine.
Let it blow on the wind one more time. Let it blow. Let it blow.
I got the fan going. This is my hair. Yes, I am 45. I'll be 46 in a couple months. Looking forward to 50. I am 45. I'll be 46 soon. Bob Young, let me know. Go to my Instagram, follow Jen Garcia, and hit me in the DM about what you'd like to come on the panel for. I'm open. My panel's always open. Okay, guys, so moving forward, the subject is famous fuckboys and their flying monkeys. If you guys didn't catch it in the beginning, this will be up tomorrow, but basically a flying monkey is, a person that does a narcissist dirty work. After the narcissist starts a conflict, the narcissist disappears and then his flying monkey swoop in to do his dirty work. And, in the aftermath of my debate, in my very volatile debate, with Tariq Nasheed, I've had hundreds of flying monkeys come into my social media and try to berate me or put me down, like this man here, trying to bring up my age and what my hair looks like. Again, I said that men are showing a lot of feminine behavior and a lot of feminine energy, which I think is a phenomenon because men 10 years ago, and this is what I wanted to ask you, Carlos, prior to social media, because now we're seeing men like this display a lot of feminine energy, a lot of bickering. Like that's catty female behavior. Like she 45, she got a weave on. You know, it's very feminine energy.
And this is a male that was saying that?
Yeah, it's a man. And it's okay if you're you know, homosexual, a part of the LGBTQ community. Shout out to my LGBTQ. It's very much expected because, you know, homosexual men have feminine energy, right? So when a straight man acts like this, you have to understand that that is basically the example of Flying Monkey 101, where they think they can come in and it's like, I'm going to type her into low self-esteem. I'm going to type her into diminishing how she feels. And the problem is that when a lot of people come at you like that, they're coming at you with things that they feel internally about themselves. And the art of war, honey, is to know what would affect someone else you're going after. But it's like, no, it's like, this is my hair. Very proud to be 45, looking forward to 46. Shit, I'm looking forward to 50 in this bitch, right? Because the point of life is to live as long as you can, right? So I'm going back to the feminine energy and the flying monkey energy. Carlos, 10 years ago, we didn't see a lot of this behavior. I grew up in a family of men that were quiet, silent, strong, went to work, came home, ate their steak, went to sleep, went to work the next day. I didn't sit around and see the men in my family bickering with the women or even conversing with the women, right? They would be off to the side talking cars and boxing and sports. But ever since social media, we've seen an abundance of feminine energy coming from men and men attacking women as if they're women themselves. Why do you think that has flourished with social media? Like, were these men always like this, you think? Or is social media like fuel to the fire? Is like social media being intoxicated or being drunk where it's like, I'm gonna show my ass now because I have this social media. I got this social media nerve now. Like, when did that happen? Because I don't remember like this.
They've always been around. I think they've always been around, unfortunately. But it's one of those things where we've seen those long wicks on the bomb where they light it and it takes a long time for it to really get to the bomb. I think the social media was the final bomb. That fuse was lit within them a long time ago. And when social media came along, then that bomb exploded because it gave them a keyboard and it gave them access to a lot of people to now vent from behind this screen here. And so it's always been around. And either one or two things, and this is my personal opinion, either one or two things, and you brought it up earlier. We expect a LGBTQ or a gay man to act in this way. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. We expect it because there is feminine energy there. However, I believe there are a lot of closet gay men that don't want to be a man. They want to have this feminine energy. Do that. It's okay. It's okay. We definitely in a world and society now where you can be whatever you want to be and what you feel.
Come on out.
Just come on out. Just come on out. It's safe out there. It's safe out there from what I hear. So you might as well go ahead. And matter of fact, now it's the perfect time because it's such a big thing for a topic. And it's such a big thing for people to be free, to live, to be themselves. So if that is a case, then go ahead and do that. And I have to speak to that man who's talking about your hair and that's feminine. I don't go and argue with a woman about, is your hair real? Is your face real? What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't. Right. That's just not things that real men do. So to get back to answering the question, I think it's always been there. I think it's just one of those things where social media now gives you the amplifier to really be able to speak and say what you want, and that is fine. But just come on out the closet. It's okay. Walk out the door. It's safe out there. And if that's even if that's not you, if that's not your fit, your feel on to be gay or whatever the case may be, then understand that you're doing feminine things.
Right.
That's just the bottom line. That's just where you stand.
And that's fine. We're not about gays. This is America. Bob Young.
They seem to be some of the happiest people on earth. And I don't knock them for nothing. Be happy and be content with whoever you want to be. It's those people who have this internal desire to be free, but they don't know how to release themselves. Just go ahead, man. Listen.
And it creates a lot of hostility, and you know, these people are projecting what they feel. Like homie that was like, oh, you got too much makeup, but oh, you 45, you a weak. That you're projecting how ugly and miserable you are on the inside, but you're projecting it on somebody that's impenetrable. Like you can't. You're better off trying to build your self-esteem, trying to come out from that catfish page that you're on, insulting other people. You're really better off putting that energy back into yourself, because you're wasting your time here. I'm going to continue talking about what the fuck I want to talk about, who I want to talk about. And when people ask, because he's spending a lot of time here for someone that doesn't like me, which I love. You know what I mean? He's spending a lot of time on my page.
They are the greatest.
Would be like, instead of asking me why I talk about what I talk about, ask yourself, why are you on the page of someone you don't like? But it goes back to the subject, flying monkey, right? His daddy, Tariq Nasheed, has a beef with me. So he has to come in and do daddy's dirty work, which is, I mean, it's a perfect example. I'm glad that he's here. So people viewing the channel can read his comments. He is Exhibit A. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't even have to do anything to prove what I'm saying. Just read my comments, Exhibit A, Flying Monkey, Bro, New York City. Bob Young said, social media gave sucker niggas a voice.
Bob Young, ding, ding, ding. If I had a bell, that's what it is. And it's I keep using the words unfortunate because things did not have to be this way, but they are. And so you're either on one side of the fence, either you accept it or you reject it, and which is cool. But it has given sucker niggas a voice, and so they just using that voice for all the wrong shit right now.
It was so interesting, like in the aftermath with the debate with Tariq Nasheed, it was very interesting where I'd say the ratio of men to women that were trying to attack me online, right? I'd say it was 85% men, which I find really, really interesting because, again, women are the ones that are supposed to be known for catty behavior and bickering back and forth, and again, feminine energy. So it was really interesting that these human beings were running around with penises. I'm like, this cannot be. I'm not used to men. Again, I am not used to men having this much pent up and outward feminine energy. Is really, really interesting. And I'm not even doing the thing where it's like, you know, when women get into a beef with a man, women try to diminish that man or insult them by saying, you must be gay, you must be gay. That is not what I am doing. That's too easy. It's too simple. I'm literally saying the way these men go back and forth, okay, day after day after day, is feminine energy. So do not take this out of context. I am not automatically calling you a homosexual if you get an argument with a woman. But the way you keep coming back and forth, and you don't like someone, but you're still chasing them, that is feminine energy.
Well, I'm going to look right into the camera, and I'm going to say it looks very gay-esque. I'm not saying you're gay. I don't care nothing about what your lifestyle is, but I'm looking you right in the eyes and telling you it's very gay-esque. And that's cool. Just come on out. And that way people have an understanding like, oh, boom, okay, I get it. I get that. I understand that. But it's to sit back and have a lot of men, like you said, if that total is 85%, to have 85% of men feeling the need to get on their keyboards or get on their phones and and try to berate a woman, it makes you look very woman-esque. I don't know of it. I've never heard of it. I don't hang around a lot of dudes that really do that. So it's unfamiliar. It's uncharted territory for me. But that's the world that I live in. I try to live on the manly side of life because that's what I am. But I mean, it's unreal. That's a high number, 85%.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was literally majority men. Like, you know, some miserable chick would pop in every now and then, like, hey, you ain't black, right? But the majority was men, and it was so vitriolic. It was, you would think it's the way I would go at another woman about my man, except they were going at me for their daddy, Tariq Nasheed. So it was bizarre to see coming from men. Again, I grew up with men who were strong, silent, quiet, moved furniture, worked, came home, ate the steak, went to sleep. So the behavior is very, very new, but I've seen, you know, it exploded with social media. And, you know, I know it comes from a deep, 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 you know, pain of rejection. I know that's why these men are acting this way. These are men who, you know, don't have women or can't keep women or can't provide for women. So when they see a strong woman, you know what I mean? It's like, get her, a lynch mob, you know what I mean? And when you see like the king of fuckboys, Tariq Nasheed, go after me, it's like, because they don't have that platform, you know, because they don't have the platform to, let's say, like a king fuckboy Tariq Nasheed has, it's like, yes, daddy, speak for us. Which again, I said, is no different than the flying monkeys that are doing Donald Trump's dirty work. Donald Trump has the same following. Donald Trump has the exact same following, where it's basically a bunch of bums, do nothing, want nothing, have no relationships, deadbeat dads. They have nothing. Backwoods, you know what I'm saying? Billy Bob and Johnny Joe, you know what I mean? But it's like, yes, you know, Donald Trump is speaking to our bias, and because we don't have the power he has, we're just gonna back everything he says. And we see that in all different communities. So we see it in all different communities. So yeah, so do you think that it's a you know, because when a woman behaves that way, like so bitter and always projecting hate and misery on other people, the automatic thing they say is, oh, she got daddy issues, right? That's it. She got daddy issues. So what do you think is the issue with these men? Is it mommy issues? Is it daddy issues? Is it
actually, it's funny because I do think it's daddy issues. Either their daddy wasn't around, or their dad was not there to inform them of how to act as men. We were taught, again, those who have their fathers around, or male figures. Let me be very clear, because I don't want to sound any negative way about those mothers that have to raise their sons, or those fathers negative about fathers. So either you had a father, or you had male figures around that taught you how to grow up and to be young boys, and then to be young men, and then to hopefully go on to be men in general. So I will say it has to end, to start with daddy issues, because either they weren't around, or they were not helpful in that aspect. And unfortunately, and I'll say it a million times over, a woman cannot raise a man.
right?
That is a fact. That is not is nothing against single mothers. Let me be very clear. Single mothers, you do one hell of a job, but you can never teach a boy how to be a man. And so therefore, if those men are not around, and they don't have any role models and male figures in their life that says, hey man, don't be arguing with no women. You stay. If she starts arguing with you, you go somewhere else, man. Don't bicker back and forth. And surely in this day and age, there are not enough men saying, look, man, fall back from that. There's not even enough men in their life in terms of friends to say, listen, bro, come on, man. I saw you on that page, man, arguing with that woman. Come on, Doc. You should know better. There's not enough of that going on. So it's not enough daddies around, or they had daddy issues. There was enough male figures around. And now you enter a stage where you have the flying monkeys along with the co-signers that are not telling those dudes to, man, just fall back, man. Don't get yourself involved with that. Because once they get involved with it, they're stuck.
Right.
They are in that realm for a long time. And
Right.
it's easy to be in that realm, unfortunately, but step out of it.
Right. So bro, New York City, you're so much fun, bro, New York City, because you're so broken. He said you might be a transgender. He said you might be a transgender. I don't might be, I am. You see my Adam's apple? I'm a total man, baby.
And he's doing this all from a catfish page. No, you might be the man.
Right? Yeah.
Who knows what you
I'm transgender. But no, I'm glad he's here because, again, it's Exhibit A. It's exactly what we're talking about. These people have a lot of hate. They're miserable. So it's like, what else can I say in the name of Tariq Nasheed? You know, so it's like, you know, I'm glad he's here. So like that people can match what I'm saying with his comments.
But here's the key. Here's the key to that though. Is because you'll have people on here that will side with that dude. Again, it's being able to step back and look at the dynamics of the situation and really have a sound mind to see what is right and wrong. And I think we've got so far from understanding or comprehending what the fuck is right and what is wrong. And we're trying to spew all this now together and mix it all together and just throw it at people. Just people step back. Everybody fall back for a minute.
Yeah. Queen Lady, hello, beautiful. Nice to see you. All right, guys. So that's basically what I wanted to touch on. I'm gonna show my face more because a lot of people are telling me where are my videos, and Mama has been busy. But I just wanted to come in really quickly and just touch on the aftermath of the Tariq Nasheed debate and the flying monkeys who were nonstop. I welcome the flying monkeys as well because, like I said, they keep my page popping. They keep commenting. And these people have been commenting, the same people have been commenting for a week and a half straight. So I appreciate them too. All my social media pages are open. They're public. You come talk about me, whatever. But thank you all. Thank you, beautiful ladies and gentlemen who have been supporting me this whole time. Mama's going to be here and Mama's always going to tell the truth, whether they like it or not. So stay away from narcissists and those flying monkeys. Don't let people break you down. I'm old school, so it's like sticks and stones may break my bones. These people are using like such petty forms of like trying to get to you, like, oh, you're transgender, that's a weeb, but you know, it's like people gonna do what people gonna do. They weren't raised right. They were dragged up. Some of them are missing parents. Some of them hate their parents. So you know, we can't be responsible. You know what I mean? For these people, we just gotta keep pushing. So I want to thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me today. And if there are topics that you want me to address, hit me at ontheblock@gmail.com. And I'm gonna show up mañana because I have something to say about my interview with Cynthia G. If you guys haven't seen it, I spoke to Cynthia G and her little sidekicks, Nyla and Irene, were also on the panel that day. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about my experience in that show. So, all right, guys. So I see you tomorrow.
I'm gonna throw this in there real quick before you go.
Absolutely, please.
Yeah. First of all, keep doing what you're doing. We all know that there is no bad press right now. That myth is gone and out because the haters or those who dislike you in general, you and anyone listening to this in general should know that those are the people that are going to keep you popping. Those are the people that are going to get you in the public side, unfortunately, but fortunately for you. So if you don't have enough of this, what's going on now, that this conversation even has to be had, then get you some. I'm gonna up my game. I'm gonna start offending a lot of motherfuckers because I think it's the proper way to go, and I should really step out on this line and get some of you motherfuckers to hate me. So hey,
Tyler Perry #1 on Netflix. The hate.
Hey, get you as many people who dislike you and hate you that you can possibly get. I say that with this caveat though. Do that knowing that you should gotta have some tough skin, and once you do that, man, you'll laugh and enjoy. It's comedic gold, trust me. So shout out to you, Jen. Keep doing what you're doing. Fuck the haters. Keep them motivated. Keep them watching. And that's all I really got to say. Y'all know where to find me right here. If you're looking to find me, you want to come hate on my skits and videos and comedy, come on by. I ask you to come join me. That's all I got to say. And I'm
Thank you so much for being here, ladies. Carla, Queen Lady, thank you, mis amores, for being here. Q Dave, I did a video a while back on cultural appropriation hypocrisy. You can check that out. But it's time that I do another one. So you're right. I will do one on culture vultures.
Oh shit! I can't see the comments.
Can you see the guys?
I hate I've been messing up.
Grand Dynamite. Thank you. I'm a grandma too. I'm a grand. So thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. Yeah, Queen Lady. I'm gonna leave this on Queen Lady's comment. This is how I'm gonna end this episode. She said that haters like bro New York City are gonna make Jen blow up.
Hey.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I could have wrapped it up any better than that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for On the Block with Jen. Love you all. See you here mañana. Mwah! Thank you, comedian Carlos.
Not a problem.